People don't believe what they see on the internet.
Let's dive right into the topic at hand, how to market commercial real estate offerings to investors. So, Jason, what's the number one secret to doing that?
For me, it's always been social proof. People don't believe what they see on the internet. So if you're using digital marketing to reach commercial real estate investors, if you're able to show an anchor investor, a lead investor to kick off the round, if you're able to show partners, publishers, anyone who's talked about you to validate the type of deal flow that you have, you're going to get a different type of listening than if you're just going straight at the tombstone information from there.
So kicking off with social proof in the very beginning. So just like, hey, everybody, just couple all the fluff, all the sizzle. Let's go right to the steak. And let's just show you some key partners, publications, actual clients. Is that a fair summary so far?
Yes, absolutely. And you have more opportunity to do that in a longer form, in an advertisement. And we could talk further about ads as this moves along. It could be logos, but it does something subconsciously to create a greater sense of trust.
Excellent. What's the number two secret to how to market commercial real estate offerings to investors?
Sure. So the gut responses to these, don't have anything prepared directly, is it's all in the follow-up. Do not look at transactions to occur on the first touch. I make a lot of offline to online analogies. You wouldn't do so in a first meeting with an investor as much as getting in depth, learning a bit about each other, talking about the opportunity, talking about the long term. And again, before getting into the details and numbers, which will probably be a later point here, but either way, whether you're looking at offline methods and applying to online, whether you're looking at online right out of the gate, it's generally not going to be on the first interaction. Do not fall short on the follow-up. I went through my workshop this morning, email follow-ups, and the amount of individuals that don't follow up more than twice. Meanwhile, somewhere between the 7th and 12th contact is where it all happens. When we're talking advertising, it's all in the retargeting, running ads to people who've already been to the offering, LinkedIn messages, you name it. Look at an ongoing discussion, that marketing funnel to take audiences from awareness to consideration to intent, intending to invest in the deal. And a majority will not participate at that point to actually completing the transaction. And actually at the bottom of the funnel is social proof. If my brother tells me to look at a deal, far greater chance that I will even move on it. So to be able to have that follow-up in mind from the beginning, I can't emphasize enough.
Makes sense. All in the follow-up, 7 to 12 contacts. It's the contact sport, not just two. And you want to be able to know that you're not going to get it all done in one contact or one meeting. Is that a fair summary so far, Jason?
Absolutely. We'll see a lot of groups market after a week, 2 weeks. They're unsure why it's not happening when that's inconclusive data. We haven't even gone through an average sales cycle yet. So you want to look at how to make channels to work, what to optimize to get it there. And don't sell your brand short. Don't sell the deal short. Don't lose traction during missed follow-up opportunities.
Excellent. What's the number three secret to how to market commercial real estate offerings to investors?
Make the deal as attractive as possible. Visuals, everything about the deal points, direct value. Speak to the audience's benefit. They care more about that than anything else. Try to put yourself in their shoes. I recommend doing a thorough strategy and having a competitor marketing audit in there. Be familiar with the other deals that they may be presented with. From a digital standpoint, you're able to see advertisements, you're able to see other deal flow that they're likely going to be seeing in the same sessions that they see your marketing on a website, on an app. So be very familiar and make your deal look good. Make it stand out beyond that.
Got it. So look at your competitors, make sure that your offering, your visuals, your presentation is going to be attractive as possible. And not just attractive, make sure you're speaking to the benefits that they're going to have. Is that a fair summary?
That's correct.
What is the number four secret to how to market commercial real estate offerings to investors?
Sure. Sure. So I started touching on strategy there. I'd actually like to go back to that because that's where all good campaigns come from. It's less of a sense of, hey, let's try this one thing, see if it works. If we don't gauge immediate performance, we're stopping it. There's a model I've built called the 8-point plan, written about in Forbes. They had workshops just on this. I was mentioning competitor audit. That's number 2. You want to get a firm sense of what else is going on between the investor and the market, how you're entering those conversations. From there, you can map out audiences, marketing channels, the messaging and visuals that are going to go into each channel, strategic partnership opportunities that can fast track this, and most importantly, projections in an algorithm, impressions, clicks, and conversions. How many times something's going to be seen, how much traffic it's going to produce, how many conversions, whether that's a lead, lower funnel conversions lead to investment that you're anticipating to see based on industry average conversion rates, performance rates all the way through for each channel. So you could identify key drivers, scale up what's working intentionally, ramp up the amount of leads, the amount of investors you're getting once you're seeing those pockets of performance. Alternatively, if a channel is under delivering, you're able to pinpoint where in the performance cycle to focus, where you need to enhance and get a better result, a better response. So aligning on all of this with whoever you're working with on it, whether it's an in-house marketer, even whether it's what you're doing on your own and you're just whiteboarding it out and looking to see what you're going to measure. The only way to measure is with numbers. Have that algorithm broken down, start there, look at it long-term, as we've mentioned. You wouldn't believe how many groups, even at the high level, skip these steps. It probably sounds similar to, outreach. I've heard real estate examples that are door to door, picking up the phone, cold email, LinkedIn, what have you. How many messages do you need to get out there? How many responses are you looking for? How many calls are you projecting for that to be set up? Later level conversions to the point of investment. Digital, very similar. Again, the offline online analogy just allows for more scale, allows for more refinement for the message all along the way too.
Excellent.